Hey, how are you feeling today? If you found this meditation, turned it on, perhaps in headphones so the world could recede a little, it means you are looking for a respite. And I know how badly you need it. Right now, I see you. I see that fatigue which has settled deeper than ordinary fatigue from lack of sleep. It is in the very core, in the bones, in the gaze that's hard to focus. I see this strange state where you are physically here, but some important part of you seems to have shut down, gone into sleep mode, leaving only the automatic performance of functions. I see how hard it is for you to wake up in the morning, not because you didn't sleep enough, but because ahead lies again this long, long day, requiring participation from you for which you have no strength. I see the irritation that flares up out of nowhere at the world's minor imperfections, and I see the guilt that follows because you berate yourself for this irritation, for this weakness. I see the hope that has dulled today, become distant and abstract, like a picture in a book. And I want you to know, right from this first minute, I am here, with you. We will start from this place, from the place of utter exhaustion. We will not deny it, devalue it, or immediately try to fix it. We will simply acknowledge its existence. Just one deep, imperfect sigh, and allow your body to take any position in which it can feel even a drop of support. Lying, sitting, reclining. Allow the surface you are lying or sitting on to bear your weight. With each exhalation, release into it a little of the tension you are holding inside simply out of habit. Like a sack of stones you long ago stopped noticing on your shoulder. Let it go now, just for the time of this meditation. It is safe here. Here, you do not need to be strong, productive, pleasant, or useful. Here, you can simply be burned out, tired, empty. And that is enough to begin. Just to be here and breathe. And now I want you to imagine a vast, quiet, dark space, like a night sky. And in this sky, little lights are igniting. One, another, 10, 100, a million. These are not stars. These are the lights of other people who, right this second, are feeling the same as you. The same sensations in the body, the same heaviness in the chest, the same fog in the head, the same apathy in the heart. In different cities, in different countries, in different rooms, they are also lying and looking at the ceiling, or sitting, staring at a screen without seeing it. They also feel disconnected from joy, from life, from themselves. You are not alone in this. What is happening to you is not your personal catastrophe or a unique curse. This is the human condition, which even has a name: emotional burnout. It is not laziness. It is not a weakness of character. It is not a lack of motivation. It is the natural outcome of the long, diligent work of your soul in a mode of constant giving. You were burning. You were shining for others, for projects, for goals, for a sense of duty. And now the fuel has run out. This happens to the best, the most responsible, the most sensitive people. To those who do not know how to stop until the work is done. to those who take on too much because it seems that otherwise everything will collapse, to those who forget to ask themselves, what do I need? Because the list of others' needs always seems more important and louder. You have not broken. You have not become worse. You have simply exhausted your resources to the bottom, and your body, your psyche, your nervous system are now raising a red flag. They are shouting in their language of pain, fatigue, and emptiness, stop, no further. They are not your enemies. They are wearied, exhausted defenders. They do not want to harm you. They are desperately trying to save you from complete exhaustion, from losing yourself. You are not alone. You are in a huge company of those who gave the world too much of their light without replenishing their inner reserves. And it hurts. And it is okay to feel this pain. It is okay to cry from helplessness. It is okay to be angry at a world that demands when you have nothing left to give. It is okay to feel guilty, although you are not guilty of anything. You are simply human, a human who has been very strong for a very long time. And now it is time for a different form of strength. The strength to acknowledge your fatigue, the strength to stay with it, the strength not to run from this feeling, but to invite it inside, seat it beside you, and say, yes, I see you. You are real, and you have the right to be. And now, we will take a very small but very important step. We will return from that vast space of starlights back to one point, to your body, right here and right now. Not the body that is supposed to do something, run, achieve, but simply the body that exists, the vessel carrying this fatigue. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, gently shift your attention to the very tips of your toes. Just feel them. Sensations may vary: warmth, coolness, tingling, numbness, pulsation. Any sensation is the right one. We are not evaluating, we are simply observing, like a scientist curiously studying a new, unfamiliar landscape. Now slowly, millimeter by millimeter, begin to lift this attention upward, through the feet. Feel how the feet are in contact with socks, shoes, the floor. Feel their weight. Give the weight of your feet completely to the surface beneath them. Let the earth carry them. Rise higher into the ankles, the calves. Maybe there is tension, fatigue, heaviness in the muscles. Simply note it. Take a soft inhale into this place, and on the exhale, imagine the breath softening, making this sensation a little more pliable, breathable, not removing it, just making it slightly softer. Rise higher into the knees, the thighs, into the pelvis, the body's center of gravity. Feel how the pelvis rests on the surface. Give it all your weight. Allow the spine to gently lengthen, freeing itself from part of the load. Now the abdomen, soft, relaxed. Let it fill a little with each inhale and gently lower with each exhale. No need to control the breath. Just observe its natural rhythm, like the tide. Now the chest, the place where often the strongest tension, tightness, heaviness lives. Place your hand there if you wish. Feel the warmth of your palm through the fabric. Take an inhale and feel how the chest under your palm expands slightly. Exhale, and it gently lowers. You are breathing. Your body is breathing, even when you feel life has stopped. This process continues, autonomous, wise, alive. Now the shoulders, neck, face, the muscles of the face, around the eyes, the jaw. Often we wear a mask of concentration, effort here, even when resting. Try on the exhale to release this mask. Allow your lips to part slightly. Allow your eyebrows to spread apart. Allow your forehead to become smooth and calm. And now feel your entire body as a whole, from the crown of your head to your heels, as a single volume, filled with sensations. Maybe this is a volume filled with fatigue. That's okay. You are simply feeling what you feel. You are here, in this room, in this moment. Nowhere to go, nothing to solve. You have already arrived, at the point of the present, in the safe harbor of this conscious breathing and these sensations. Give yourself permission to simply be here, without goals, without plans, without evaluations, just to be a living organism that breathes, feels, and deserves rest. And so, while you are here, in this body, in this silence, I want to ask you one very important question. Who is feeling all this? Who is observing this fatigue? Who notices the heaviness in the chest and the fog in the head? It is not the fatigue itself looking at itself, not the emptiness realizing its existence. There is someone beyond these feelings and states, someone who is able to see them, notice them, be aware of them. That is you. You are not your fatigue. You are not your burnout. You are not this lump of apathy and hopelessness. You are the space of awareness in which all this is happening. You are the one who decided to give yourself a respite today and turned on this meditation. You are that quiet, indestructible I that is present even in the deepest exhaustion. Right now, among all these feelings, try to detect this I, not as a thought, but as a feeling of presence, the feeling of I am. It may be very small, quiet, like a barely smoldering ember under a mountain of ash. But it is here, right now. You can feel it. It is not an emotion, not a thought, not a bodily state. It is simply the fact of your existence. I am, even when I feel bad. I am, even when I am empty. I am, even when I don't believe I will ever want to do anything again. This I am is the most fundamental truth. It does not depend on your productivity, your mood, your energy. You exist. And in this fact alone, there is incredible dignity and strength. You are not an object that burnout happened to. You are the subject experiencing it. You are not a passive victim of circumstances. You are a living, conscious being going through a difficult phase. And this shift in perception is already the beginning of healing. Because when you understand that you are not your pain, but the one who is aware of it, the pain ceases to be a prison. It becomes something happening within you, and you are greater than that. You are the shore, and the burnout is the low tide that has currently exposed the bottom. But the shore remains. It is motionless, steady, and awaits the return of the water. Return to this feeling of I am, to this quiet, unshakable center of your being. It is always with you, even in the darkest nights. And now, from this center, from this feeling of I am, let's find one small but absolutely real meaning. Not the global meaning of life, not a calling, not a mission. They may be hidden by the fog right now, but a micro meaning. The meaning of this specific moment, right here and now. Here it is. The meaning of this moment is care. Not care for the world, for work, for others, but the simplest, most basic, almost animal-like care for that living, tired being that you are. The meaning is in allowing yourself to be tired. The meaning is in not forcing yourself to be better. The meaning is in giving this fatigue a place, acknowledging its right to exist, caring for it as you would for a sick but very dear being. What does this mean in practice? It means that if your body is asking for rest right now, rest is the meaning. If it is asking for water, taking a sip of water is the meaning. If it is asking just to lie and stare at one point, lying and staring is the meaning. You are not being inactive. You are engaged in the most important work for now, the work of restoring contact with yourself, of gathering yourself piece by piece, of watering the parched soil of your soul. Every conscious breath you take is an act of care. Every permission you give yourself to simply be is an act of care. Every removal of yourself of even one small demand is an act of care. The meaning of burnout, paradoxically, is to finally stop and to learn to care. Not for something external, but for the internal, for that flame which burned so brightly it almost went out. Right now, the meaning is not to rekindle it. The meaning is to gently, carefully blow on the smoldering embers, to protect them from the wind, to add a little of the lightest fuel, your own self-compassion. Your task now is not to achieve. Your task is to heal with rest, to heal with inaction, to heal with the permission to want nothing. And in this lies a huge, quiet, saving meaning. Allow yourself to accept this meaning, not with your head, but with your whole being. Allow the flow of care to softly flow through you. Direct it inward. Tell yourself with an inner, quiet voice, "Right now, I am taking care of you." That is all that is needed. That is enough. And now we will slowly return, but not to the world of demands and deadlines from which you came, but to a new space, a space where this awareness lives, where there is you, the subject, aware of your fatigue, and there is your new, tiny, but so important meaning, care. Allow these two understandings to find their place within you. Let them take root, like two tender but steady sprouts. Imagine how with each of your calm inhales, they become a little stronger. You are the shore. Care is the soft, warm sand of this shore, and the feeling of fatigue is the water that has receded for a time. It may return. Waves will roll in again, but now you know who you are. You are not the wave. You are the shore. You can observe the coming and going of fatigue without merging with it. You can remember care as the most important task for now. Stay a little longer with this inner peace, with this new knowledge of yourself. Gradually begin to return your attention to the room you are in, to the sounds around, to the sensation of your body in space. Feel your fingers, hands, feet. Take a deep, smooth inhale. and a slow, full exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch if you want to, as after a long, deep sleep. Do not rush to open your eyes. Allow them to open by themselves when you are ready. And when you open them, do so gently. Allow the world to gradually enter your field of vision, without sharpness, without demands. Take with you from this journey the main thing. You are not your burnout. You are more. And your sacred task now is not to conquer peaks, but to heal wounds. With one sip of water, with 1 minute of silence, with one breath. You can always return here to this space of inner silence and care whenever you wish, simply by closing your eyes and taking one conscious breath. You can always return to yourself, to your shore. Thank you for giving yourself this time. Thank you for being so gentle with yourself. This is the most important. And now, when you are ready, you can complete the meditation. Remember, you are not alone, and care begins with the small, with right now.